Dear one, I'm doing this video for you because I feel the energy of the moment deeply. Not only myself, but several people I know, friends, followers, clients, are going through really deep transformation right now. And they have been telling me, Blanca, I cannot sleep. Blanca, I have some physical symptoms that are very strange. I have personally been feeling those feelings. And I have been meditating a lot about this. And it's very clear to me, it is very clear the message that this is a special moment. This, whenever you see this video, it's a very special moment for you to deepen your roots of well being, deepening your roots of love, healing whatever it is that you need to heal, forgiving whatever it is that you need to forgive from your ancestors, especially from your ancestors. Think about what you still are hooked in relationship with your mother, with your father, which is that phrase that they would have never said, they should have never said, that maybe still makes you really angry, or maybe still makes you really sad, maybe still makes you really afraid. And you keep in the loop of helplessness, fear, anxiety, desperation, again and again and again. And it looks like the wound is reopened these days. I tell you, I have been having physical symptoms these days. And I know I have an intellectual knowledge of what that could be. But these days, it's to another level. Let me explain you one of the symptoms that I have. One of the symptoms that I had for about forever was pain on my left shoulder. Left is the side of the mother, of emotions, of the past. And shoulder, you know what it could be. Big responsibility. So for the longest time, I had the idea, the problem that I was responsible for my mother, for her emotions. That's how it was. And I have been doing a lot of healing work about my mom, and I actually feel quite fine on that subject, but still the pain came back. And I was meditating and asking the pain, dear pain, what do you bring here to me right now? What do I need to heal? What is that? And for me, it has transformed into feeling tremendously responsible for my children, scared and fearful for the well being of my children. So this is advanced. This is an advanced video. This is for people who have been doing their own healing, their own spiritual journey for a long time. And you're feeling these symptoms again of anxiety or, physical symptoms. It is a turn of the spiral. No, it's not that you're visiting the good old, old well-known problem that you had with childhood. Maybe it's a new interpretation of that. It's possible that you already healed that basic pain, and it's the reinterpretation of that. So what I did with my mother when I healed this problem is that I literally, figuratively, because I couldn't do it physically, I did it with my imagination, is that I brought my mother as a gift towards God. Yeah, because, healing trauma, the best that you can use is your faith. Because I have to tell you, God, divine, however you call God, is omnipotent. It's true. It is. It is omnipotent. I brought her to God. I was in a chapel, and in my imagination, I just gave her. I cannot cope with her emotions. I cannot cope with her trauma. I cannot heal her own trauma. God, here is her. Take care of her, please, because I cannot deal with it. I was what the psychologists call the parentified child, the one who needed to take care of her. I just gave her. That was a moment when I was emotionally allowed to start this work as a coach, healer, mentor. When I was able to let go of my responsibility of mothering my mother. Now, what I need to do is to know that God, that even themselves are taking care of themselves, my children. It's not that I'm on to never give them breakfast or never give them a hug, but I need to know that I don't need to overprotect them. I don't need to be over worried. I don't need to be carrying them all the time. So what I need to do is basically the same. God, here is my desire to take care of my children. Please take it. I even give you my children to take care of them. I give you my life. Make me an instrument of your love. And you can do it with me. Take your problem, whatever it is that is your problem. It could be if something very serious that happened to you in the past. Abuse of any kind. The sentences that my clients tell me. I have my own horrors. Just think about that horror. Put it in a container of sorts in your imagination, a box. I put here that evening of violence. I put that evening of uh, abandonment. I put here, whatever is there you're suffering, and just bring it, bring it. Here it is, all my shame, all my guilt, all my fear. I let it go and I give it to you because I cannot deal with it. And leave it with the conviction that it's dealt with. And leave it with the conviction that you are yet another more grown-up version of who you are, just by releasing this. Just by releasing this pain, this suffering, this heavy burden that you have been carrying, it will be taken care of. I have a very syncretic way of seeing divine. You can do it in whatever way you want. If you're a Christian, you take it to Christ. I have taken things to Christ, to the Virgin Mary, but I have an Aztec background, so I have taken things to my Aztec goddess. you know, follow your own ladder of spirituality, follow your own wisdom, your own belief. The idea is that you deeply connect with divine, with the spirit that knows beyond knowledge, the timeless experience, spirit, the infinite love. And as you give this away, you are going to feel a shower of love. You are going to feel a shower of love, a shower of transformation. And it could feel in many ways. I have felt it in many ways, and I am feeling it right now, like if it was a waterfall of well-being, a waterfall of well-being, transforming me into a new version of myself. This is what you need right now. Reconnect to the flow of life. Just really let go of this shower of love is leaving you cleansed of any degree of that anger, of that anxiety, of that fear, and let it. And from this moment on, know that it is done. Know that it's done. Don't go and think that you need to do another healing, that you need to go to the therapist, that you need to act as if you really deeply believe that it's done. And yeah, as life will trigger you, you come back to this knowledge that God has taken away my pain and God has showered me with love. And never forget the fact that God is omnipotent. To drive the point home, I need to tell you a story of healing, of miracles that had that is a legend of my country. You know, in Mexico, there are places that are very dry. And what we pray for in Mexico is for rain. Why? Because the moment rain comes, the earth becomes fertile, fertile ground. We're praying for for the Virgin. We're praying for the Mother Goddess. We're praying for water. So the shaman was asked, please go and pray for water. So he went and it looked like he did nothing. And he just said, bring your buckets. And everybody was like, but you haven't done anything. And and why are you asking us to bring your buckets? Well, you should start behaving as if you are believing that this is going to happen. The moment you believe that's going to happen, it's going to happen. This is how healing works. By acting in the conviction that is going to rain, by acting in the conviction that you have been really upgrading spiritually. By who? By the great love, the great love, the great love has upgraded you in your capacity of being love. Take your buckets out because it's going to rain. It's going to rain well-being so that you become fertile ground. May this healing have great consequences for you. Many, many, many beautiful ripple effects for the well-being of others and for world peace. Sending you much, much more love, much love.